4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome.
They're here.
Rise, my nation. Gather around and prepare. Our pride will be restored. Our shadow will fall with wicked damnation. Rise, my nation. Rise. This is your nation. This is our nation. This is the Raider Nation. Can you dig it?
What it is, Raider Nation, what it is top of the Tuesday morning. Oh, it's not morning, it's afternoon. I forgot. Yes, indeed, man. Welcome to another edition of the Lunatik Raider Show. Today, we're going to look at the Raiders' plan B. What is their plan B? A lot of people out there speculating, a lot with inside knowledge that knows that if Ben Johnson basically is our number one target. If he does not want to become the next head coach of the Raiders, then we're moving on to plan B. And plan B would happen to be Pete Carroll. A lot of people don't like Pete Carroll, not because of the lack of knowledge or experience, but because the lack of youth. You know what I mean? Which to me is just another way of discriminating against someone who can get the job done. Now the problem is, if Pete Carroll is in fact plan B and that's who we end up adapting to be our coach, what is the game plan? What is the long game? What's the short game for Pete Carroll? Because I don't know if he got a long career left in him at 73, but I have an idea. And some people floated the same idea out there, so I'm not taking credit for it. I just agree with, the census as far as what the Raiders should do and how to approach the situation. Carroll has not only knowledge in coaching, but also knowledge of behind the curtain of how everything works, and being the main man with the last say-so of moves done to the roster since he was with Seattle. Has a very extensive career in football coaching from college to the pros. So he's been around, of course, 73. He's been around. Yeah, you know what would have been crazy? What if he was a 73-year-old rookie head coach? Then you got a problem. But I don't think we got a problem. This guy is very healthy, very in tune with himself. So I'm not worried about. A lot of people might worry about health issues. This dude is bruh, trust me, coming from someone that's like in that same category, bruh, age, you don't even think about it. You just live life. You know what I mean? Ain't no such thing as you need to start acting 30, 40, 50 years old. How does a 30-year-old act? How does a 40-year-old act? Who wrote down the origination of how a certain age group is supposed to act? I got me too. So Pete Carroll, man, I think is the plan B. We're gonna break down his bio as well as a potential right along with him. Could it be Robert Saleh? Could it be him? Or does Carroll become coach and name Saleh defensive coordinator? He was with Carroll in Seattle when that Legion of Boom was doing his thizzle. Feel me? So we're going to get into it, man. Shout out to everybody that's here. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for pulling up. So, yes, we're going to talk about the Raiders' plan B. I'm going to stop. Y'all seen the thumbnail, so you know what I was going to go. Where I was going to go with it, but hey, we're going to rock with it the way it is, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. We got Tony Shepard in the building, man. Salute to you, my brother. Top of the afternoon. Mike G in the building, man. What it is, what it is, what it is. Yes, indeed. Robert Pena, how it is, man. Salute to you as well, man. I hope all is well with you. Let me see, man. We got our usuals, man. I like that. I like seeing y'all on here on a regular basis. My dude, Fat Tail Mike in the building, man. Salute to you, my brother. Top of the afternoon. You ain't the bottom of it. Top of the evening. Nah, it ain't even really like 5 o'clock, huh? Top of the 3 o'clock p.m. show. Pacific time. We're gonna do it that way. Shout out to Robert, man. Thank you for pulling up, man. We got Raider Paul in the building with the Raiders. You know what it is. You know what it is. I bumped the mic with the lid of my hat. But that's all right, dog. I just wanted to make sure I come in clear. You dog? You dig, you dog? Yes, indeed, man. Let me see what else we got up in the building. Oh, we got Eugene Powell right in the kisser. Yes, indeed, my guy, man. What it is. Good to see you, man, for real. Let me see what else we got up in this PI hit. Yes, we're gonna have a good show today, bro. We're gonna follow up yesterday's show. Oh, and I'll give you the latest news going on right now, and in the next there's a couple of things floating. Yes, give me one moment while I get y'all out here, man, for real, for real. Who else we got? We got Fear Raider in the building, man. Salute to you. Top of the afternoon, evening, whatever you want to call, wherever you are. Time zone. SoCal Sal, my dude, what it is, man. Salute to you. Hope all is well with you. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed, man. It's good to see all my lovely Raider Nation familiar. Simone. Yes, indeed. Who else we got in here? Oh, Timmy, hey, what's up? Hey, Tommy, I ain't seen you in a minute. Good to see you though. Good to see you though, brother. Hey, you looking good. You looking good, man. You look like you been out there doing your thizzle, man. Just don't get nothing on you. You know what I mean? Just don't get nothing on you. Yes, indeed. Let me see. Robert Pena. See, this is why I don't like when people do this. And this is an old saying. People only remember what you didn't do. People only remember what you didn't do. They don't mention all the times you helped them move, you know what I mean, when nobody went to help them move from, you know what I mean, the furniture. Nobody they don't never mention when you loaned them $100 because you was short on your power bill, but they always remember when I didn't have that $10 that day so you can go buy you some liquor. They always remember when I didn't win the Super Bowl, but don't remember when I won it. See, that's what's wrong with society. They only remember the negative shit that didn't happen. You know what I mean? Remember that time you had that money and you lost it? Remember that time I went to the casino and I won it? You know what I mean? So I disagree. The man that did not use Marshawn Lynch, was it him? Because everybody was saying it was Russell Wilson, quarterback. Just like everybody say. Couldn't he have audibled out of that shit? Couldn't he have audibled out of that shit? If coach called a play, coaches don't entrust their starting court QBs that already won a Super Bowl. They don't entrust their quarterbacks to make the right judgment call and audible out of a call if they feel it's not right. You can't blame Pete Carroll for that, bruh. That's why I be saying y'all only look at aspects and don't even break it down. Oh, I didn't even think about that. He could have audibled out. You damn right. He's the starting quarterback. Why could he have not audibled out? And he already has a Super Bowl win under his belt. That's what I'm saying, bro. We gotta come on now. We fuck that finger pointing shit. Trigger Raider Nation for life. What it is, man. He said no guy who's 110. Bro, hey, I wouldn't be surprised if Pete Carroll make it to that age, bro. To be honest with you, the way he carries himself, he's still sprinting up and down that sideline, even though we ain't seen him in about a year or two. But yeah, man, but you can't deny. See, that's the thing that kind of really bothers me. We're only mentioning his age. We're not saying that he doesn't have the experience. We're not saying that he's not ready to be a coach. Everything that we said AP wasn't, Pete Carroll has. So what is it? So I guess it wasn't the experience and not ready to be a head coach yet for AP. So we can't use that excuse for Carroll. So what we gonna do is say his age. What we gonna say next? Because he's white, because he's over 6 foot tall, he's slender. Well, what's the next excuse? He's a Republican, he's Catholic. Well, what's the next excuse we gonna use? You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. We're not looking at the football experience, expertise. And it's not going to be like he's going to be there forever. Like I said, if he brings Robert Saleh on, he could be DC and then get the reins once Carroll is done. We know he ain't going to coach for another 10 years, bro. But then again, Carroll, I wouldn't put nothing past him. That boy, I don't know what his secret is, but boy, I'll email it to me. RaidersAllegiance@gmail.com. Pete Carroll. Email me your dietary supplements and whatever it is that you do, bro. Email me so I can get to 73 and be like that, bro. That's all I'm asking. I'm 20 away. I'm 20 years away, bro. You know what I mean? Give me the cheat code for real. Shout out to everybody, man. For real. Let me see out. Let me see. Did I get everybody? Hold on, I gotta make sure I got everybody. Everybody, shake your butt. Chuck, Temecula is in the building. You got Chuck in the building. Good name, bro. You know what I mean? Good name, bro. That's what my I used to, we know the nickname for Charles is Chuck. But I used to give my little brother when he was little. He didn't like Chuck. I did it on purpose. I used to always remember Charlie Brown. Call him Chuck. What's up, Chuck? He used to hate it. Got older, he loved it. You know what I mean? Rest in peace, Chuck Means. Yes, indeed. Let me see. James Turco, oh, he hit me up. Raiders. You already know what it is. Hold on real quick, y'all. Hold on real quick. God dang, I gotta turn myself in fucking Friday. I was hoping it was gonna push that back for another week. Psych. Let me quit. They gonna have to. I'll be like the gingerbread man on their ass. Catch me if you can, coppers. No, let me quit. Who else we got up in this building, man? Trying to get through as we get to the shit though. Yes, indeed. Let me see. Shout out to everybody that's watching. I appreciate y'all. Shout out to everybody on Instagram. Shout out to everybody on Twitch. Shout out to everybody on X, formerly known as Twitter. And shout out to everybody here on YouTube, man. It is a pleasure to have you with Lunatik Raider. Yes, indeed. The good stuff. What it is, man. What the good stuff say? I say that, hey, y'all read this shit what good stuff said. Motherfuckers at 55 been looking older than Pete Carroll, and we talk about he too old. Come on, bruh. Come on. That's what I be saying. We so busy looking at the peon shit that we don't look at the factors. The factors is this dude is a cerebral, football-minded person from college, and I think there's only 3 coaches that ever won a national championship as well as an NFL Super Bowl. We know Jim Harbaugh ain't gonna do that. We know he ain't gonna do it. Since the Chargers exit stage left, and we've seen what he did with the Niners. Oh, speaking of Harbaugh, one of his known nemesis is Pete Carroll. Oh, wait a minute, Sean Payton in our division too? Wait a minute. Didn't after the Saints win the Super Bowl the following year, the Seattle Seahawks put them out of the playoffs in the wild card round so they couldn't repeat? Pete Carroll, another nemesis. So yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. Hey, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. I let if Pete Carroll's plan B, and it's only a short-term rental, but we got somebody in line behind him to take over once he retires for good, bruh, why not? Why not? I guarantee you, there is no other coach candidate that's out there that we're looking at. I'm not gonna say Ben Johnson because we already talked about that yesterday. Today we're talking Pete Carroll. There is no other coaching candidate out there that can even have a pinky worth of knowledge compared to what Pete Carroll has. What Pete Carroll has is way more valuable than him being 73. Facts. So without further delay, man, we're going to get into this. Desert Raider in the building, man. Salute to you. Top of the evening, afternoon, wherever you from. You got it, you get it, you got it. Raider gang all day, man. You already know what it is. J-Dog in the building, man. What it is. Hey, I wouldn't be too sure of that. I wouldn't be too sure of that. Before there was an Andy Reid, there was Pete Carroll. Let's keep it facts. Let's keep it facts. Before Andy Reid, there was a Pete Carroll. And I'm not saying dynasty-wise. I'm talking about knowledge and being every single the way we knock. And last time I checked, how many college championships did Andy Reid win? So he did not win at every level. He's just now winning in his window right now with the KC Queefs. But we know that's coming to an end. Queefs, hey, bro, every game they won this year, they got something lucky happened. We should have beat them, and we only won 4 games. If that snap was never fumbled on that field goal, game over. They would have lost to a 4-win team. Come on, bro. And that was in Kansas City. They ain't like Kansas City just going through the league and tearing shit up. Detroit doing that one. Oh, and I got to give props to Baltimore, like I said. By far, this is Lamar Jackson's best season, and this was better than last year, and last year he was MVP. Come on, bro. Come on. He's just a dynamic-ass dude. And then you add Henry to the fold in Baltimore. That's why I said Ravens, Lions, Super Bowl. Yes, I said it. Everybody laughed at me. My partner said, oh, yeah, whatever, because I had one partner that's a Packers fan. How'd that turn out? I have one partner that's a Minnesota Vikings fan. How'd that pan out? Got partners that's Pittsburgh Steelers fans. How'd that turn out? Falling by the wayside. Falling by the wayside. Who would have known Minnesota? Come on, Minnesota, though? Damn, the Rams just limp dick slapped you. You know what I mean? And they were supposed to play in LA and had to play in Arizona and still slapped you in a whole nother time zone. Woo, 9 inches of limp dick, boy. I tell you, better watch out. All right, let's get into this shit, man. Now, like I was speaking on Pete Carroll, we're just going to break down bio, the things that he brings, his experience, Super Bowl experience at that. NFC championships. Been there and didn't choke. Unlike Harbaugh, who been to NFC championships and choked, went to the Super Bowl and choked this year in the first round with an 11-win team. I mean, go figure. You win 11 games and you're out of the motherfucking wild card, bro. I didn't make that up. That's just what it is. You feel me? But now we got Pete Carroll, who has been successful at every level. That's the key. That's that wealth of knowledge. So we always knocking old heads. I'm one of the old heads, but shit, I'm young enough to know better and old enough to not to give a fuck. You feel me? That's how that shit go. But yeah, man, we're going to get into this, man. Let's get into the breakdown of Mr. Pete Andre 3000. Pete Andre 3000 Carroll. Why you say 3,000? Because that motherfucker 3,000 years old and he balling. He's still balling at 3,000 years old, you dig? So without further delay, man, let's get into the breakdown of Pete Carroll and what he brings to the table for the Raiders.
After the Seattle Seahawks fired head coach Jim Elmora after the 2009 season, Carroll was rumored to be in the running for the job. On January 8, 2010, it was reported that Carroll was about to be hired as head coach of the Seahawks. The two parties were hammering out minor details in the pending contract. According to the Los Angeles Times, Carroll was close to reaching an agreement with the Seattle Seahawks on Friday evening. On the morning of January 9, 2010, Carroll reportedly came to an agreement with the Seahawks on a 5-year contract that would appoint him as head coach. He was officially hired as the Seahawks head coach on January 11th. He was also named Executive Vice President of Football Operations, effectively making him the Seahawks general manager as well. While the Seahawks had a general manager in John Schneider, he served mainly in an advisory role to Carroll, who had the final say in football matters. The Seattle Seahawks 2013 season began with 4 consecutive preseason wins, and commentators had them as one of the key favorites in the NFC. The regular season began with a 12-7 victory against the Carolina Panthers. The prior year's NFC champions and divisional rival, the San Francisco 49ers, were blown out by the Seahawks, 29-3. Winning out September, they visited the Indianapolis Colts in Indianapolis and suffered their first loss on October 6th. That was the only loss that the team would suffer until December. Heading to San Francisco for their second matchup against their divisional foe, the Seahawks had the best record in the NFC at 11-1. However, the game was in stark contrast to their first in September, as the 49ers, 9-4 at that point, edged out a 19-17 win, which dropped Seattle to 11-2. The penultimate game against the Arizona Cardinals was Seattle's attempt to continue their at-home winning streak to 15 games. Record started in Week 2 of the 2012 season. Although the Seahawks had won their 3 prior meetings, including one earlier in the year, the Cardinals had steadily improved during the season. The at-home win streak did not reach 15. The Cardinals won, and Seattle suffered its 3rd loss of the year. They bounced back against the St. Louis Rams in their finale to finish at 13-3 and finish a game above both San Francisco and Carolina, who each had 12 wins. The number 1 team and playoff seed in the NFC, Carroll matched Mike Holmgren's 2005 season of the same record, tying for the best in Seattle history. The Seahawks defeated the New Orleans Saints in the divisional round of the playoffs by a score of 23-15. In the NFC Championship game, cornerback Richard Sherman tipped a Colin Kaepernick pass into the waiting arms of Malcolm Smith to secure a 23-17 win over the San Francisco 49ers. The moment has been referred to as both the tip and the immaculate deflection. Pete Carroll embracing Richard Sherman at Super Bowl 48. On February 2, 2014, Carroll led the Seattle Seahawks to their first Super Bowl win in franchise history after defeating the Denver Broncos, 43-8, in Super Bowl 48. Carroll joined Barry Switzer and Jimmy Johnson as the only coaches to win both an NCAA championship and a Super Bowl. At age 62, Carroll was then the 3rd oldest coach to win a Super Bowl. Tom Coughlin was 65 when the New York Giants won Super Bowl 51, and Dick Vermeil was 63 when the St. Louis Rams won Super Bowl 34.
So there you have it. That's the little bio recap. His background is so extensive. This would have been a mini movie, listening to all his accolades from college to all the way to the pros, and we just ain't got that kind of time, bruh. You know what I mean? But hey, I just want to highlight some of the things that when he first took over Seattle, because that's when the notoriety, not just from when he was at USC, but the notoriety in the pros was with the Seattle Seahawks. And what they say about Mike Holmgren? Oh, Mike Holmgren? Oh, he tied the win-loss record of Holmgren? But he can't compete with him? Doing this, he was, like I said, doing that shit. So with that being said, man, that looks like who the Raiders' plan B will be, Pete Carroll. Now, the question is asked. I think that becomes. I don't believe that they would even entertain Pete Carroll as coach and GM. That would be only if they struck out on Ben Johnson and John Spytek. But Spytek has been scheduled for a meeting with the Raiders. See, now that Tampa Bay season is over, now we could do meetings. And I've been seeing here, let me address this again. I've been saying this shit over and over again. I hate when people post shit and don't do the fucking research behind the subject matter that they're speaking on. I see posts and I see people saying, not people, but other people in other outlets. You know, and I ain't talking about content creators. I'm talking about these so-called experts saying that there's a conflict of interest with Tom Brady announcing this Detroit game this weekend and him being partial owner. Let me tell you, dumbass, or something. And I hope this is the last time I get to speak on this shit, because motherfuckers just don't listen. If you watch the podcast, I done broke everything down to your dumbasses. So let me, ESPN, whoever the fuck it is, CBS, ESPN, the so-called expert, Let me get to this too. When Tom Brady was approved to be minority owner of the Raiders, there were stipulations that the NFL implemented against Tom Brady just because of the conflict of interest. That being, Tom Brady cannot partake in pre-game production meetings. Production meetings are the meetings that the broadcasters of that game sit with both teams, players, and coaches, and basically it's like an interview. It's like an interview. The players, I'm going to ask them individually about themselves as well as the approach to this game. Same thing with the coaches. I'm going to ask them their philosophy, their approach, and there might even be some things that we discussed that they might want off record. So I won't speak of it as an analyst. I will not speak of it live on TV when I'm broadcasting the game. He has been told he can no longer partake in those meetings. So there's no more meetings with players. There's no more meetings with coaches pre-game. The day before the game is the pre-game production meeting. He will no longer be able to partake in that because he is now part owner of the Raiders in the NFL, and that is a conflict of interest if still allowed to do though, because he gets the loophole around tampering. You can't physically talk to coaches about coaching jobs while they're still coaching. You feel me? Unless given permission by the other team, but that permission can only take place through a Zoom interview. But like I said, before Brady was even named, and not named, but before he was approved of the ownership, Brady already talked to the Detroit Lions in week 6 before they implemented all these stipulations on them. So the loophole is done. That's why I said we had the cheat code. See, nobody's telling you guys this shit. Nobody's doing the research about this shit. But they always a conflict. He can't do it no more. He can't bet on football. He can't go into the locker room no more. He can't do shit. The other announcer can do all that, but he can't. He got to stay away. The only thing Tom Brady is allowed to do is announce the game. So how's that a conflict of interest when you make sure he got to stay away? Boy, I tell you, man, I'm going to learn y'all today. I'm going to learn y'all. You so-called experts don't know shit. That's the funny part. Y'all don't know shit. It's a conflict of interest. They already addressed that shit. They knew it could be. And for anybody crying about it, yeah, that's why yesterday when I played from the Detroit fan base side, that they're nervous, and they said the NFL got to do what they can to make sure that you do not put Ben Johnson with Tom Brady. You can't, bro. We can't, because we know those masterminds are gonna get it right. That's what they scared. They don't want the Raiders to get it right. Period. So they trying to put out all this misinformation. Oh, it's a conflict. He shouldn't be allowed to talk to him while he's an owner and he's broadcasting. He's not. They told him he can't. Duh. If you would have did the fucking research. But now let's get back to matter at hand. Damn. No, let me see. Shout out to AMG, man. Bitch better have my money. You feel me? But yeah, let's continue on, man. The next up, we're gonna look at Robert Saleh. Comes off that Pete Carroll, but not only Pete Carroll, there's other coaches that he was also under, involved with on rosters. Didn't work out well with the Jets as a head coach. But let's see, let's see if we interview him as a head coach. If that falls through and Pete Carroll has to be the plan B because Ben Johnson take another job elsewhere, then what is it that Carroll's going to bring, and what's the game plan with Carroll, period, as far as if he's only going to coach 2-3 years, who is he going to give the reins to? I think that would be a good situation to bring Saleh back in, considering this dude not only was with the Legion of Boom in Seattle, but did wonders with that 49er defense in San Francisco, which they do not play in San Francisco. They play in Santa Clara. They just like to trick the public. But you know what I mean? The Santa Clara 49ers He did wonders with that defense, bro. So, hey, salute to him. Let's do his breakdown and see exactly his resume as far as what he brings to the table. Let's go.
Born to Lebanese immigrants in Dearborn, Michigan, Saleh is a 1997 graduate of Fordson High School. He attended Northern Michigan University in Marquette from 1997 to 2001, where he earned a degree in finance and was a 4-year starter for the Wildcats, earning all conference honors as a tight end. Saleh's brother David was in the South Tower during the September 11th attacks in New York City in 2001 and saw the fireball from the initial plane's impact on the North Tower from the building's 61st floor. After ignoring calls by the public intercom within the South Tower to return to their offices, he made it down to the 24th floor before the second plane hit, this time around 50 floors above his tower. He safely made it to the lobby and was able to escape to safety. Saleh credits this with providing the spark for him to pursue his dreams of coaching football. Saleh began his coaching career at the collegiate level in 2002. He spent 4 years working as a defensive assistant with Michigan State University from 2002 to 2003, Central Michigan University in 2004, and the University of Georgia in 2005. Later in 2005, Saleh was hired as an intern with the Houston Texans, working with the defensive unit. In February 2006, he was retained in Gary Kubiak's staff as a defensive quality control coach under defensive coordinator Richard Smith. In January 2009, he was promoted to assistant linebackers coach. In February 2011, Saleh was hired as the defensive quality control coach for the Seattle Seahawks under Pete Carroll. He spent 3 seasons with the Seahawks, including their 2013 championship season when they defeated the Denver Broncos in Super Bowl 48. During this span, the defense was known as the Legion of Boom. Following the Seahawks' 2013 championship, Saleh was named linebackers coach for the Jacksonville Jaguars under head coach Gus Bradley. Saleh was not retained under new head coach Doug Marrone. On February 13, 2017, Saleh was named defensive coordinator for the San Francisco 49ers under new head coach Kyle Shanahan. Shanahan and Saleh previously were assistant coaches for the Houston Texans from 2006-2009. During the 2019 season, the 49ers defense was 6th in the league in forced turnovers, 27, 2nd in total defense, 281.8 yards per game, 1st in passing defense, 169.2 yards per game, and 4th in sacks, 48. This was the first time since 2003 that the 49ers finished in the top 10 in both scoring and yards per game. Saleh helped lead the team to a 13-3 record and a Super Bowl 54 berth, where they lost to the Kansas City Chiefs, 31-20. On January 14, 2021, Saleh signed a 5-year contract to become the head coach of the New York Jets. On September 12, 2021, Saleh lost in his head coaching debut against the Carolina Panthers by a score of 19-14. He won his first game as a head coach 3 weeks later in a 27-24 overtime victory over the Tennessee Titans. In his first season as head coach, the Jets finished 4-13, missing the playoffs for the 11th consecutive year. In the 2022 and 2023 seasons, he led the team to a 7-10 record in both seasons, missing the playoffs. On October 8, 2024, Saleh was fired by the Jets after the team began the season with a 2-3 record. Saleh finished his tenure in New York with a 20-36 regular season record overall. On October 23, 2024, Packers coach Matt LaFleur confirmed to reporters that he had enlisted Saleh in a consultant role to help him with the offensive game plan, but that his role would be fluid.
And there you have it, Robert Saleh. I think that would be a good situation if he did come back underneath Pete Carroll, who does have not only coaching experience, but general manager experience as well. I think that would be a good situation to, pass the torch on to Saleh after Carroll's tenure would be done with us, and then keep that ship afloat. You know what I mean? So I'm just looking at different scenarios just in case things don't pan out. Like I said, we do have a physical interview scheduled for John Spytek from the assistant GM of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to interview for our general manager job. And I think the whole premise is to try to marry Spytek and Ben Johnson together with Tom Brady. Pause, not that married kind of stuff, but get their minds together and knock this shit out the park. Knock it out in the draft, knock it out with the coaching staff, We already know if we get a great coaching staff and then get great players. What Al Davis said that shit too. You get a great team. So I think they're doing it the right way. Who would have thunk that Brady would be the one, possibly the one, to bring us back? You know what I mean? Who possibly would have thunk that Tom Brady would be the one, the guy, to bring the Raiders back to relevance? You know what I mean? That's the thing right there. That's just the irony of life is so crazy. You know what I mean? Who would have thunk it that this dude with the tuck rule that shifted our whole organization into a whole nother direction and uplifted theirs off of that shit? Not just that shit. I ain't gonna say just that one. But that was our window of opportunity back in 99, 2000, 2001, 2002 when we lost to Baltimore in the AFC Championship. The tuck rule happened, and then we go on to play Tampa Bay in the Super Bowl against our former coach and try to hit him with his playbook. Wow. Go figure. We try to hit John Gruden with his own playbook. Of course it didn't work. Of course it didn't work. But hey, it is what it is. It's neither here or there because now it's time for us to move on and to get us back to where we belong on top of that motherfucking mountain. You feel me? Shout out to everybody watching, man. Let's get those likes up, man. We are over 60 deep right now, man, watching this shit, man. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Last time I checked, we are 3 subscribers away from 2,000. Once we do 2,000, we're going to do a 2 jersey giveaway, custom jersey. Any 2 lucky winners, whatever you want the jersey to say, whatever number, home or away, black or white, I got you. We're going to do this shit right. And it don't even have to be your name. If you can think of an old school Raider that you can't find his jersey, I'm just giving y'all a little information, a little bit of gang. Hey, shit. You ever wonder what let me see. What jersey could y'all come up with? Because I know I had a few ideas. Damn, I'm trying to think. What jersey is hard to come by of a former Raider? None of y'all getting no Randy Moss. Y'all better not. Nah, let me quit. Hey, prayers up to Randy Moss, man. Going through his little liver situation, man. Like I said, never that much hate in my heart back in the day. If you was a Bronco, no, let me quit. Not that much though. I wouldn't wish that kind of thing on anybody. You know, cancer or anything like that though. Yeah, and also in the chat, man, please, man, send out your prayers to Sacktown Mike, man, and his family. They need the prayers, they need the support, man. And like we always say, one nation, prove it. We go beyond football. Prove it. Are we truly one nation? Let's see. You know what I mean? So prayers up to Mike and his family, man. Hope things do work out for y'all, man. For real. But yeah, man. So that's just basically the breakdown I want to do of the potential Plan B. Now we sit and wait. If Detroit wins their game this weekend, then it's on forward they go. Which we can't physically have a conversation with Ben Johnson. But like I said, we already had the cheat code. Tom Brady already talked to Ben Johnson, Aaron Glenn, back in week 6. Go figure. It's too late. Too late to be concerned about, you know what I mean, what Tom Brady is going to do as a part owner and announcer. It's too late. Let me run this down to you guys again. With Tom Brady being an announcer and not yet be voted in as a partial owner of the Raiders, he talked to Todd Monken, OC of the Ravens. When did he talk to him? He talked to him week 3. He wasn't an owner yet. He wasn't approved yet. So he got to be in that pre-game production meeting. He got to talk to Ben Johnson and Aaron Glenn week 6 when the Cowboys played Lions because he announced that game. So he got and that was the last week he could be in those production meetings because just on October 15th, that's when they approved it. No longer could he do that after that. But it was too late. He already had the meeting. Oh, well. Get mad and cry in the car. I don't give a fuck. And then, not to mention, you have Liam Cohen of the Bucs offensive coordinator, another candidate whose name was flown out there. And Brady talked to him in week 4 when the Eagles played the Bucs, and he was in on the pregame production meetings then too. So for those who are concerned with the conflict of interest, bruh, he wasn't an owner when he got to interview those guys earlier this year. But since he became one, he can't partake in it. So yeah, I would say abide by it. Even Mark Davis said after they approved it, he even talked to Fox and told them they have nothing to worry about. We are not going to interfere with Tom Brady in his broadcasting career. So hey, what conflict is that? I know what the conflict is. The conflict is you're conflicted because you don't want us to win again. You want us to be the laughing stock. Ha ha. You're hiring 20 new coaches in 10 years. That kind of shit. Guess what? LL Cool J say the best on his first album. The joke's on you, Jack. We did it again. We did it again. Yeah, we gonna do it again. Oh, we gonna do it again. I know you guys don't like this shit. I know y'all motherfuckers hate. We hated Tom Brady. We hated him to the bone marrow because of the one tuck rule. We hated him because of that. But wouldn't it be ironic if the guy we hated for sending our franchise into a downward spiral is the same guy who brought us back up, made us relevant again, winning Super Bowl after Super Bowl after Super Bowl? Well, that'll be a cold story. That'll be a good movie. I pay to go see that shit in 3D. 3D. Irony. Life works like that, man. Hey, that's one thing about life. Like, you can never be disappointed in. Life is always gonna give you some shit. Either you're gonna love or hate it, but it's gonna be very, very, very interesting. Very interesting. Yes, indeed. And I can't wait to see how this unfolds. So with that being said, thank you guys for pulling up today, Tuesday, January. I can't wait till we get into the nitty gritty. You know, I can't wait till next month, the Super Bowl. Just to, as a fan, ain't none of the teams I hate in the motherfucker. So hey, ain't no Broncos. Oh, the Chiefs. I don't think they're gonna be in the Super Bowl. So I'm already. But you gotta learn how to crawl before you can walk. You feel me? So with that being said, until they get put out, fuck the Queez in their mustard and ketchup ass uniforms. I'm Lunatik Raider. This has been the Lunatik Raider Show. I hope you guys have been thoroughly entertained, informed, and relaxed to the point of not listening to the hoopla of the outside of the nation chit chat. But rock with your boy. We'll be here tomorrow. Same Raider time, same Raider channel. It's the Lunatik Raider Show right here on Raiders Allegiance. Oh, let me check. I want to check where our subscriptions are at currently. Like I said, last time I checked, we were 3 away. I know there's some people that hate that. Hurry up, unsubscribe from them so you can't get 2,000. Yeah, unsubscribe these nuts out your throat. No diddy. I'm talking about the honey roasted peanuts I got in my cabinet. Like, no, that's not what you meant. Yes, it was. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are now officially, let me blow it up for y'all so y'all can see, at 1998. 1998 subscribers. I just need 2 more to hit 2,000. 2 more. It's going to happen. I don't do it just for the subscribes, but I like to get more ears to be able to reach out to and tell them some shit that these other people ain't talking about. Nobody broke down the Tom Brady pre-game production meetings and how we got the cheat code of talking to these candidates without being able to talk to the candidates. Come on, bruh. I got to do it for you, man. There's only one nation. Like I said, without you, there's no me, and without us, there is no nation. There is only one. One nation. And that's the Raider Nation. I hope you guys have a blessed day. Once again, please send out prayers and thoughts to our partner from the Raider Nation. You know what I mean? Sacktown Raider Mike. Him and the family, y'all, man. Keep them in your prayers and in your heart, man. And Mike, I hope and pray for a speedy recovery from mom. Trust me. I already know, bro. Just be strong, be the strength for those who can't be strong, and just keep your head up, man, and keep the prayers flowing. And with the grace of God, man, everything is gonna be all right, man. We take care of our own. You know what I mean? One nation. That's the realest shit I ever said. With that being said, man, I'm up out of here, Lunatik Raider, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Yes, indeed. 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern, right here on Raiders Allegiance. Y'all enjoy your Tuesday. Be safe. Make it back to your loved ones. And Lunatic is going to get at y'all tomorrow. And like I always say about this time, I'm out this bitch. Ha ha ha.